Hello everybody, this is me, Member201, and today we're reviewing Computron. And yeah, and now they're in the individual modes, of course, the Technobots. And yeah, now we're not reviewing Scrounge, as we're reviewing the Technobots and Computron. Scrounge is not a part of them. Scrounge would be saved for when I review the Generations Cosmos mold, which I'm actually waiting on the new one that's in Titan Returns, so then I can review all three versions of the mold, even though two of them are identically the same, but whatever. Anyways, let's get down to business here. So all of them are remolds. Even he's a remold, he's a remold, he's a repaint, he's a remold, and I'll show you why. The base robot isn't, but his weapon is technically. But that really reads more of a repaint with the new weapon. And he's a remold. He's a remold off of Superion, but he's a repaint of his previous Scattershot, which was released at retail, which turned into Betatron, which I'll do it. I'll explain that when we go over him, Scattershot. But for now, I'm not showing any of the transformations other than him, because I do not have the deluxe class groove, so this is completely new for me. Now, I had these figures for a while, so technically none of them are new. But, yeah. But, yeah, he's the only one I haven't showed transformation due to I don't have Protect the Bot groove, which I do actually plan on getting in the future. And yeah, so we'll do him last, and go through everybody else. So hold on, let me move. We'll start with Nose Cone here. He has a drill. He can't sit in his hand. I'll show you that. Boom, you got drill. Now, some people are complaining about his paint apps, and I think they're actually pretty fine. I like the yellow on his head. I would have preferred if they actually painted his eyes blue. That's my only complaint. I understand why they didn't paint it right here, but at the same time I'm like, okay, then if you painted that, then why didn't you paint here? Why did you paint here? No, on the second thought, I don't, because they could have just easily painted that. I don't know. But it's nice they did paint right up here. And also down here and here. Gotcha. I don't know. I feel like you could actually tell these are the feet. And I know why they didn't paint here, because, that's the side. And you don't want it, like, that's just the top paint for its, like, robot mode legs. I totally get that. He's not necessarily accurate to any version of Nose Cone, but you have those colors in there where you could tell, okay, this is Nose Cone. Only complaint, really, they didn't paint the blue eyes. And this is just a slight nitpick, is that his head is still Brawl's head. But for me, it really doesn't matter, as most of the G1 characters from the original toys had that kind of head, like very squared, but Hold on, let me actually get G1 Nose Cone over here. Because believe it or not, I actually do have the Technobots. I just gotta move some peoples. I don't know if I still have the video. I know I didn't post it, but I did a review of G1 Ironhide. And yeah, in my shelf, Computron is right behind Ironhide. Or right in front, yeah, he's behind Ironhide. So, hold on. Okay, I'm trying to transform this guy. Oh, damn, that is stiff. It's one stiff figure. There you go. As you see, he is missing some silver that should be going right along there. Oh, it's white here anyways. The yellow on the legs they did get. Now you're going to be saying, oh, it not being brown's not accurate to here. Well, I think this is much better because realistically the treads would be that color and not brown. It's just they got lazy and, well, to be honest, they didn't really paint G1 as everything was sticker detailing. So, yeah. So, yeah. Oh yeah, and if you want to, hold on, let's. Do I need to? Can you do that? I feel like I need. Oh man. Okay, yeah, that turning that totally doesn't feel like you're gonna break it at all. So yeah, it's you on nose cone right next to his original counterpart. Can you get that like that? Yes, you technically. No. Well, yes. If you put that down and put it like this, then you can get kind of almost the same, not really. But how I prefer to do it is like how you do with Brawl from Combine Wars. You just have it like that. Just my little preference. And yeah. So let's put him off. Let's get Light Speed, or Light Steed as they call him, but it's Light Speed. He just looks like a Streetwise with some red paint slapped on there. And that's really all. Although they did use the white kind of white on here, as Light Speed had on his original G1 incarnation. So let's get him out. Him, you could tell he has a nose. Him, no, it's just Light Speed's head. And I'm not showing you them two heads anyways, because you already seen them on my other two reviews, so yeah. And you notice how he's mostly red, and the only part that isn't red is the back part? Which, if you turn around, is that, which, okay, fine, whatever. But this should have been a lot more red. I would have been fine if they still had a bunch of the white, but like, they had quite a bit of red. Like right here is red instead. Same thing with right here and here. And like parts of the inside, part red, part gray. And same thing on the legs, so it's like breaking up the colors. And he actually had a new head that looked more like him. But yeah. But all in said, he's probably one of the worser figures in the paint department and doesn't really look like his original counterpart, so I mistransformed him. Lols. I am a genius. There we go. Alright. I don't know why I transformed him on camera. But anyways, moving right along. We get one of my more favorites actually out of the set. Other than Afterburner. I almost said Afterbreaker. Because that's his name now, officially. So, I'm grabbing the G1 version. I just have to pop off a few pieces. Alright. You got G1 Strafe. Now, on G1 Strafe, you can actually take these parts off. And, let's get them in. There we go. You do likewise the same on him. Likewise the same on the other side. And you get it like that. So you can go pew 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 pew. Him, you can't take it off. Takara's version you can, but I actually really prefer this. Just because when I think of Strafe, I think of this and not the cartoon. I think of this. And it really depends what you think of when you think of the character when you're getting these figures. As if you think of the cartoon, then that's what you're gonna buy. Probably it's the one that's more cartoon accurate. Whereas if you're like me, you think of more the toy, and you'll get the toy. Now it's not with every character in every case. Like, as I much prefer the Takara Tomy, what was it? Takara's version of, Blur. Yeah, the Titan Returns Blur. Takara's Legends Blur. Looks so much better than the US version. But, yeah. And yeah. And there's some things that the Takara version of this figure does better that this one doesn't really do good, but there's things that this one does better, mainly the jet mode, that I think looks better. And I just like this head so much. We'll show you right here. So simple, but yet unique at the same time. Just like it. You can tell the back end though is air raids and the front end is new. Kind of weird, but whatever. Just really great head sculpt. And yeah, push him. Put him. I knocked over something. Luckily that wasn't a transformer, so we're good. Alright. Alright. Okay. Getting him transformed. You know what? We're not going to go over him yet. Not yet. Alright. Main event. Alright. Having to take off pieces as I had G1 Computron in combined mode. Again, this is one of those... Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Here is G1 Scatter Shot in all of his glory. Alright. And then here's Combiner War... Combiner War Scatter Shot. Side by side. And I will have to say some things, and I'll say them right now. One thing I'm digging is how the arms are red, kind of like how these arms are like red right here. I'm digging that. I just noticed he has like a little wrist can. Would have been cool if he had that or something. I guess that's kind of like that. I don't know. And then one thing I noticed that the other the other version of the regular retail release of him is that he had the blue face like he did, but he doesn't. And I don't know which one I prefer, because I do like the face. I'll show you. It has that nice metallic sheen to it, which I really love, so I guess I would have to say this one I like better. And just the maroon colors and like the red they use, or like the reddish pink color that they use on here is pretty good. I would have preferred it to be a bit more dull, kind of like this, or like Computron's chest piece, which is how the lower part is. It's more of a brighter color, but nonetheless, you know, I wish it was more like that. But you know, whatever. It's not annoyingly bright, so I'll live. They both have stuff hanging off the legs. This looks much cleaner, but that's because it's his chest and those are his wings, and his wings hang on his back. Whereas his cannon hangs on his back, and his does too, but in the opposite way. And yeah. And again, I'm not showing through articulation, because I already showed through the articulation of most of these guys. So yeah. And I like how he has the blue detailing right here, like he has right there, which is pretty cool. I also like how his body's mostly the white color, like it is here. One thing I do have to complain though, is they should have done like a tampograph of like how his knees are right here, on here. That would have been freaking awesome. Disappointment that they didn't. If you notice right here, this right here is straight off of the G1 toy right here, which is pretty nice detailing. Of course you couldn't put that detailing right here because of how it's molded. Would have been frankly impossible to do. So yeah. But yeah. Pretty nice. And also, one thing I wish to do is they would have done that detailing right there. They could have easily done it. That was one that's kind of, yeah. But yeah. Now just put him back here. Now just put him back up here. And I'll just put you down. And, crap. We got Afterburner, or Afterbreaker as they call him, but I'm calling him Afterburner. And we got Afterburner. Improvement, he has fists. It doesn't. You can see there's a lot more silver here, whereas it's not here as much, but they do have that right there, mimicking this. I don't mind that he doesn't have a whole lot of silver, as he kind of mixes up that with the gray here, which he only has in his legs. And then you might be saying, oh, the red shouldn't be there. It helps break up the colors. And then the green... The green's the only part I'm like, okay, if they changed it like to like a blue, I wouldn't care. Or if they changed it to like that tan color, I wouldn't care. I don't know why he has light piping. He's the only Combiner Wars figure with light piping. Confuses me to all end, but yeah. Without further ado, let's get started on this transformation. Okay. First step of transforming him. Don't break him. Oh wait a minute, I think okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Got him in his vehicle mode, and now we just take off his guns. And transform him. Oh yeah, one thing I want to note though, is I have it like this so it looks more like a G1 toy, whereas how you're actually supposed to have it is like this. And I don't know, I just find that more stupid looking. But anyways, without further ado, let's get started with this shindig. Boom, like that. You just, yeah, it tabs in like into these holes right here. Boom. You just flip his head around so then you're not seeing his face underneath there. You push this up. This piece tabs into his chest. Tab that there. Do the same on the other side. And I just noticed his face turned. Don't turn face. Flip that like that. Kick up that kickstand. And now the legs, what you want to do is turn his waist 360, open his leg. And after you open his leg, do kind of with every Combiner Wars figure in existence. And just accordion that inside. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention you have to fold down the wheel. Boom, accordion the leg inside. And this gets really monotonous, but you know, whatever. I don't know, I just feel like when explaining the Combiner Wars figures, I'm like, I already explained it 600,000 times. Ah, crap. There we go. We got Combiner Wars Afterburner. And the only reason it's standing is because of that kickstand. Because unlike the G1 toy, which is quite literally a brick, and has 4 wheels, he only has 2. Now, people may complain, oh, the cockpit's not far enough or whatever. I think it's good enough for it, like, considering he's a retool off of Groove. And it still gets the same point across. And I think that's more vulnerable, like, if, like, let's say you're being attacked, they'll probably shoot that off, and then it'll, like, explode or break off, and then they'll crash right here. It's being protected by right here, so then it's less vulnerable to attack or whatever. And yes, I didn't get the wheel lined up. You gotta get this thing lined up in a certain way so that it rolls. But it's a motorcycle, you're not really gonna get it to roll. So yeah, we'll show everybody else with the G1 counterparts in vehicle mode in just a second. Alright, and we're back. And let's look at Scattershot as the first comparison. And let's move my mouse and move that. There we go. Look pretty good. I mean, these are farther back and stuff, but all in all, they look, it's a pretty good representation of what he is. And yeah. You can see both their face underneath it. I have nothing really to complain about. Even with that being back, I think it looks better because you can't see the arms blatantly like that on here. And yeah. And also, I like how they have the Autobot symbol kind of... I wish the Autobot symbol was kind of over here, so it matched more of that, but... They at least got it pretty close, so... Yeah, and the striping's still there, that's there, so... That's pretty cool. I wish same... Oh yeah, same could be said over here. They just had to place it a certain way because they couldn't, like, you know... Yeah. But... All being said, yeah. Nice, nice. Now the most difference would be Scattershot over here because Scattershot is a retool off of Computron. Now, he actually does have a gun that placed right here. I don't know where I have the gun at, but I do know I do have it because I had like a bin full of like guns from the Stunticons, the G1 Stunticons, and his gun, I think, and then I forget if anyone else did other than Strafe had a gun. I don't think they did. I mean, Lightspeed might have had a gun, but yeah. And you know what? No, I think the others can because they have like holes in their arms. So yeah, all the other guys have guns. So immediate difference. This is freaking huge. This is tiny comparison, and it looks more like an airplane, whereas this looks like a giant spaceship. The wings are actually kind of different. There's some hollow bits in here, whereas here, no. But it does go out like it does here. Similarly detailing, but more modernized here. And yeah, you don't have no giant jet boosters, unfortunately. There's really no detailing that's the same. He's probably the most drastically different, but I don't mind it at all. Now we go here. Got your tank drill and your drill, and I just have issues with the Takara one. I don't like how the body looks in robot mode at all. I think it just looks so odd, and it should be. It looks too big looking. Like, I imagine nose cone being more at the size of him in robot mode. And yeah, they do got the drill right though on the other version, it being big, but that's the only thing I think the car one does right. But that instead, you got the reference to like right here, which is pretty neat and cool. Yeah. Overall, it looks pretty accurate for what they could do off of just retooling the mold. Now here, I'm gonna say this. I wish they freaking used the dead end mold instead of this mold. The reason I say that, because it would have looked a lot better, because it would have looked more like a sport car to look more like this. And it would have not had the light bar on top. But no, we have to have the light bar now. Without further ado, we're going to get them combined. So, we'll be right back. As you can see, now we have them both combined. And as you can see, he's much taller than his Gen 1 counterpart. And yeah. Like his Gen 1 counterpart though, he has dedicated feet and dedicated hands, unlike the stupid frickin' hand-foot things. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, hold on a second, I'll grab one of them. Now in Combiner Wars, we got this. It's a foot. You do that, boom, it's a hand. Cool concept and idea, but poor execution, mainly in the foot department. It works fine as a hand, but it's very poor as a foot. And if you're wondering who I took that off from, it was Blast Off. And anyways, whereas here, you got nice big feet that have ankle tilts. You can do that. Boom. You've got the nice ankle tilt. And the feet are pretty big, so you ain't gonna have any issues of him falling over. Or like tipping over. I mean, he kind of does tip over a little bit, but it's not like he's gonna like fall. I mean, these legs might be just a tad weaker than you would probably like, but that's just mine, because mine has some weird issues, like this cannon popping out easily for no damn reason. And what's his name? Okay, hold on. I gotta reposition that foot. Alright, there we go. I'm not having that tipping issue anymore. Okay. So tipping issues only if like you didn't readjust the foot right. For him over here, I realized that I have the camera here. But I'll show you taking his foot off. You can have different degrees of like ankle tilt, which is really nice. And we'll put that back on. And hold on, let me show you guys the fist. As soon as I get this back on, I'll remove Stray's fist. As you can see, it's nothing more but a fist to punch you in the face. Or let's go. Boom. pretty nice. I do love these hand dedicated feet and hands much better than the hand foot things. And you can see that detailing right there, which is on the G1 Computron. Pretty nice touch. You can still tell he's using the Superion chest and the Superion head, which is very unfortunate. I wish they would have retooled that. But all things considering, we actually got Computron. And two... Okay, I would say three of them look like the characters. And one of them fails completely at it. Lightspeed. And he fails in the combined mode, but in every other mode, he's fine. And yeah. I think they should have just done a lot more retooling. But yeah. As it stands, you want a G1 Computron for your Chug collection. G1-esque looking Computron. Get him. And he's one of the ones like Motormaster, not Motormaster, Menasor, where we'll have to recommend getting the Perfect Effects Kit. As I don't have the Perfect Effects Kit for mine, but I plan on getting it pretty soon. It adds a piece to the chest to look more like, you know, G1 Computron over here. And then it also changes his head so it looks more like Computron over here. And yeah. But you don't need the Perfect Effects hands. Unlike when I was saying in my Minnesota review, you kind of need the hand and the feet. Mainly to keep him actually standing. He already has dedicated feet, which are great. And hands. I mean, granted, if you want posable fingers, then get the Perfect Effects Kit, but... this is already good. You really don't need anything more. All you need is just the chest and head replacement, so then it looks more like Computron. And then I think you're good. And I don't know why they use the same color over here for his mouth. When you can clearly see his mouth is red. It's red. It's red. It's red. And yeah, great figure overall. Definitely better than the Karatomi, even though the Karatomi rechanged the chest. I did not like the head since it was the cartoon head, which I didn't really care for the cartoon head. Because again, oh crap, I just had it in the tripod. Ooh, super loose. Okay, there we go, just right. As you can see, he has a visor and then a mouth and a nose, you know? An actual, like, well, the other one did, but it was like gold color face and then a blue visor, whereas this is red face, blue visor, or gold visor, which I think looks much better. And also, I don't know, just something about his head design compared to the Toon one that just looks pleasing. And yeah, and if you want a more cartoon accurate, get the Karatomi one, but be wary, you're going to get the hand-foot things. Because the only figure of the Karatomi Unite Warriors line that actually has the dedicated feet like him is Bulgaris, which is Ruination from RAD. And yeah. And theirs is Toon accurate, but the Hasbro version, if you want toy accuracy, get the Hasbro version, as it's your best bet. And yeah. And it's the most cheaper option too. There's also third-party options, but they're much more expensive. And third-party for me, it's always a hit and a miss. As some of them don't look G1 enough, while others are taken too far or too close to G1. Oh yeah, okay, so back on the thing, my ran out of space. Anyways, the ones that take it too far, the Masterpiece third-party figures, as I think they're being too slavish to the G1s, as when I expect third-party, I don't know, to be honest. I like a fine line, like, oh, it looks like how the Generation line does things, where it kind of looks like the G1 figure, but at the same time it's doing its own thing, still looking like the G1 figure, like homaging it, you know? That's kind of what I like, and yeah. But a lot of the third-party stuff, mainly with the combiners, I don't feel like they capture it enough. And I think just Combiner Wars in general did a better job of doing that than most third-party stuff did. The only one I could probably say did it better is what was it? Is it Fan Project's Munitioner and I forget the other character. It's between Blast Off and Swindle for Energon. I thought that was a damn good set. I mean, it's on par with the Combiner Wars Bruticus, but I almost thought about getting it. But yeah, overall, really good figure. Not the best in the Combiner Wars line, but definitely a really solid figure to get. Overall, great figure. Recommend you guys get him if you don't have a Computron already. And yeah, this has been me, Man Bitches Owen. Peace out.